watch me while I sleep. Don't require your belief. Offering silence but no relief. Can you scream without a sound? Like the freeze that's coming down. Barren space where nothing grows. A secret place where no one goes.
Chaos Springs Eternal is a Delta Green actual play. Delta Green by its nature deals with violent themes, disturbing imagery, and horrors beyond our comprehension. Now, if you wouldn't mind comprehending some horrors with us, I think you'll have a good time.
Can you feel me in the fog? Pull me from this epilogue. My hands are frozen in the snow. The eyes of corpses have no glow. Made these chains just for myself. Rambling about my mental health. Demons on this hazy hill. Only my soul is left to kill.
Hello and welcome back to Chaos Springs Eternal. This is the City of Woe. That's season 1 of Chaos Springs Eternal. It's going to be a long season because I just realized, you guys know what? We're on episode 40.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck. Wow.
We-
Well,
This is episode 40. Well, I guess it's 40 and a half with our little Glomus interlude. But, it's an interesting thing to think about. I tried, as I was mapping out the arcs, sort of, I guess you guys might have figured this out already. But the second arc is kind of themed around the Riverbend Blues Lounge and figuring out what's going on there, at least introducing it, and it may play more roles in further arcs, but it was sort of like, the first arc was like, here's Florazon Manor, and the second arc is like, here's Riverbend Blues Lounge, and so we're just sort of, expanding. It's all building based, the third arc will be, a high rise.
60 episodes later.
episode 240 will be.
Assuming we ever get there, we might be stuck. We might be stuck on arc 1 for a long time. Or I guess this was arc 2. But we might be stuck on arc 2 because, in reality, the first arc was sort of a pre-arc that would bring us up to, ignore all that. The point is, we're at episode 40, and it's kind of funny because last episode was kind of a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah.
We finally made the decision that what we're going to do is we're going to try and reach out to Antoine's spirit, ghost, that sort of thing. And after going over some of your options with Glomus, recognizing that you probably didn't actually want to convert him to essential salts and then raise him, because not only because it was extremely costly, from a mechanical like willpower point, but it actually did require you to feed him with blood. And it just says great quantities of human blood is needed in restoring the essential salts, and then he needs blood to survive for multiple days. So you guys decided that instead we're just gonna bust out our Ouija board and attempt to sort of have a seance, speak to Antoine's spirit in whatever way that he can, and to sort of make the ritual more effective, you brought out Antoine's body and you placed it in Glomus's sort of circle that he's been working on to eventually, reproject the ward over Carrefour, and y'all successfully activated the ritual, and you got in contact with Antoine. Unfortunately, the planchette appeared to just be bouncing up and down on the A. And while Glomus, Marcy, and Cyril were kind of maybe a little befuddled by that, Joel successfully, realized what was going on, and had a little contact with Antoine's spirit, which apparently right now is kind of in hell, at least in extreme pain, right?
So he was just saying,
yes, that was him.
okay.
That was him yelling. Yeah, it was a
Ah,
whole
real
Monty
monsters.
Python gag. It
The
was
whole Monty Python gag. Yep. Just trails off.
Yep, just trails off. Why would he write? Why would you take
How do you
time to
write
write
all
it?
that?
Anyways, so the by the way, Google just apparently picked up on me, and So apparently Google saw that I said successfully, realized what was going on and had a little contact with Antoine's spirit. And its response was, it's interesting that you had an experience that you believe you contacted an Antoine's spirit. The details are intriguing. But remember, there's no scientific evidence to support the existence of hell or spirits communicating with the living.
Okay.
Aw.
Oh,
Thank
Google
you,
recommends reaching out to a
Google.
trusted friend or family member or even a mental health professional. Well, Joel might have to reach out to a physical health professional because I was ready to actually get some like real communication going with the with Antoine's spirit, but it required you to sort of push past this pain and anguish that the spirit was feeling. Unfortunately, with a failed power roll, he was not able to, and instead he took some of the damage that Antoine was feeling. Total 8 points of damage. That was a 1d10,
Fuck.
which is there's a higher damage for the more intense one. Let's see what the damage on that one. Oh, the damage on that one is 1d20. So this one was 1d10. So it's a good thing you brought it down because that could have killed you outright.
Oh God.
That had a
Which just could you imagine? I can only imagine what that would have.
we could have had the scene from Pulp Fiction.
Yep. Yeah. You did actually afterwards, after sort of discussing some of the concerns you had with potentially returning to the Riverbend Blues Lounge or just Joel's sort of current physical condition. Glomus brought out a blue vial, a vial filled with blue fluid needle, and said, "Hey, stab this into whoever dies' brain, and it'll bring him back." And then, as y'all sort of, we had 2 breaking points hit. We had Cyril's breaking point hit, which Mark and I have talked a little bit about what Cyril's new, let's call it disorder. I think that's, I want to be tactful, and I think disorder. Again, these are not like strictly diagnostic, right? This is a mechanical thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll delve into that a little more. He gave a little bit of a hint. Noah, you and I may need to talk more about what the fallout from this breaking point for Marcy is.
More bowling.
It can't just always be more bowling.
Just
Doing something I love.
I mean, to hit those lanes.
That's my breaking point. Doing the one thing I care about.
I see everyone as pins.
It might be interesting because Marcy's definitely sort of the most sensitive to people's physical health, and I wonder if there might be some sort of more focus, like fastidiousness, right? Like maybe moved into like personal grooming, even like to where she's kind of picking at things.
I gotcha.
That sort of thing. I don't know. This is that's my first shot across the bow. Take that as you will, and consider on that sort of angle is intriguing to me. And if you want to run with that, cool. If not, we'll discuss more. Because it's it'll take time for these things to develop, or it can take time rather. But you ultimately had decided that by Detective Marr's request, he had mentioned that you could kind of look into the chief a little bit, given the chief's recent strange activities with his insistence on booking Antoine's girlfriend, near fiance Chelsea Wynn, and for Antoine's murder, even without any sort of real evidence. And of course, she was released because there was no evidence. There was no way to actually charge her. So you decided to look into the chief a little bit more. So tell me, how do you want to investigate the chief more? You had already, you had already looked at the chief, and you had learned that he grew up in New Orleans and then wound up in Carrefour, I believe. He didn't have a detailed Facebook or anything.
Yeah. Well, we definitely need to explore that connection. Is the New Orleans connection, to see like, if he has any connection to the Blues Lounge or something along those lines.
You could always do that. So, you could always just like make a couple rolls on that sort of thing. If you want to go back to like the library and try and do some investigating, or if you want to run by his house, rummage through his garbage. that sort of thing. You could always do that, or you could go, approach him directly.
I think direct approach is the worst option, realistically.
100%.
For now.
Let's kidnap him.
So hold on, kidnapping's not out of the
There
question.
we go.
Maybe not for this character. What if? Yeah, maybe we should go to his place. See if he lives alone or not. Start there.
I mean, we would know some of this, right? Because we.
Yeah, you would know that he's married, and he has like adult children who are not in the house, who are like, at like just graduated college to past college age.
Okay.
So empty nester, police chief. How old is he? Like probably in his 50s, 60s.
Yeah, I say his early 60s.
Okay. How long has he been chief?
What's a good? Maybe 7-8 years.
Is it an elected position?
That's a good question. I don't know if police chiefs are elected. Let me Google something real quick.
You can see who doesn't follow local politics.
Nope, he is appointed by the mayor. Yeah.
They're appointed by the mayor.
Yeah, I was gonna say most of the time it is appointed. I think there are some jurisdictions
And,
where you do have to elect. but-
Historically, Carrefour typically has chiefs. We're for a good like decade or more. It's not
Yeah.
uncommon. The basic things that you know about him.
Did Antoine appoint him originally, or was it whoever was prior? Not Antoine, sorry. Babineau.
Thaddeus.
What's his? Thaddeus. Thank you.
Thaddeus.
I don't know who the mayor was before Thaddeus, but I'm going to say Thaddeus appointed him.
Okay.
It just makes sense.
Okay.
He's been mayor for a while, so.
Does he go to
that was
church?
basically the big question.
Oh, does the chief go to church? Yeah, he goes to church.
Does he go to my church?
What other church would he go to?
I
Of
don't
course
know.
he goes.
The Church of
good friends-
Satan?
He's good friends with Pastor Guidry, for sure.
Oh, typical. Okay. I mean,
Okay.
it's up to y'all how you want to handle this, but
I kind of want to bug his house.
you want to bug his house?
Yeah.
Like, you want to sneak into his house, put stuff in there. Or do you want to stake out his house? Or do you want to...
I think the first element of ever putting anything into a house that is occupied is staking it out. But I mean, we have recording devices.
True. But I don't know what that's going to tell us, right? Is he going to be talking to his wife about how we, fucked
That is
over
true.
the
No, that's fair.
therapist?
I get the only reason I brought that up was he's a police chief. He's a busy man. He might have an office, we can put it in there, and if he takes a phone call about like, well, what the fuck do you mean you couldn't find the evidence, or like, what do you mean that you lost the bait or whatever?
Well, what if we talk to our friend Detective Ma and talk to him about maybe like getting into his office or something? Like if he can run some distraction and we can like sneak into his office at work.
That might be just stupid enough that we'll fail it again, but it'll be fun. I mean, that's not the worst idea. I mean,
because then we can look through paperwork or, things of that nature as opposed to getting into his house where he's probably just talking about the Saints game or whatever.
this is true.
And then
I think
maybe
we can-
Mossy can look into his financials and see if he's got any connection to Nyarlathotep and the Riverbend Blues Lounge or any other connections down in Louisiana.
Yeah, I can try.
that might be the play.
Yeah, I think because we can get Detective Ma to help us on that. I think that would work.
I see no reason why that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to call up Detective Mar?
Yeah, I think we just need to pick a time, right? Where there's like a shift change, or maybe there's not as many like actual cops in the building?
Yeah. Why don't we give him a shout and we can ask him?
That sounds good.
And Joel will send Detective Mar a text like, "Hey, get somewhere private. Give us a call."
A couple minutes later, you get a call on your phone. Hey, what's up?
Hey, so we're doing a little investigating, and we've kind of hit a dead stop on Antoine for now. So we're gonna pivot over to the sheriff, or not sheriff, the chief. The only thing we can come up with that will help us right off rip, and we're gonna need your assistance with this. All right?
Okay.
We need to know when the fewest police are in the department, the precinct, the building, and we need you to run some kind of distraction so that we can get into his office and look at what he has. Maybe plant a listening device.
Okay, here's the thing with internal affairs on my butt. It's not going to be easy for me to do anything. Like, I had to take lunch just to make this call.
I'd forgotten that internal affairs was here.
Same.
Yeah, so and I mean, you know, obviously they're claiming that it's for my safety and protection when I file a, you know, complaint, but it's like HR, you know, it's really to cover the company's butt, right?
All right, well, we don't want to get you into any more trouble than we need to, right? I mean,
yeah,
so,
I mean, look, you're free to come, you know, into the station. I mean, if you want to try and sneak in when, I mean, he heads home at 5. You know, he works a 9 to 5. You could be like under the auspices of coming to visit me to discuss something, but I don't know.
when is the latest we could get into the building? Because we don't need him there. We just need, you know, is there a way you could just get us in?
It is open 24 hours. I mean, we run a 24-hour operation. But
I mean, could we go there under the auspices of you being there? Like, maybe you're working real late, and we show up, and we're like, we need to talk to Detective Ma, and then one or two of us slip into the chief's office while there's very few cops in the building at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, 1 o'clock in the morning. I was going to say, yeah, that's basically what I said, but 1 o'clock's really early. I mean, not impossible, but why would I be? Here's the thing. They would audit these, right? All your ins and outs. And so why would you be coming to me at 1 in the morning? You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like 6:30.
All right, well, kidnapping it is. You forced us into it.
All right, well,
you forced us into it, Detective Ma. I don't know why you do this all the time. We try to clear things through you, and then you throw a wrench in the whole situation. We're just going to have to kidnap the chief and maybe kill him.
Yeah.
He's joking.
Yeah, that's
for legal reasons, he's
option.
joking.
I'm joking. Sort of.
I'm joking. Give me that sandwich. I'm joking.
Do we know what his wife does, by the way? Like, for work, if she works?
No, she's a homemaker. She's a dedicated homemaker.
Damn.
Damn it.
And I mean, she does volunteer a lot at the church, but
All right, Sior, you got to seduce her.
All right, you're gonna
the
fuck
chief's
his wife. His like 60-year-old wife.
We all have to make sacrifices.
That wouldn't be the oldest.
It wouldn't be the biggest sacrifice either.
And Joel went to hell.
He saw into it, yeah.
I gotta fuck a grandma? That's alright.
oh, they don't have any grandkids yet, so
Maybe she'll have kids before she has grandkids.
Christ.
God. Anyways. Okay. Shit.
Well, I mean, we got to get into his office. That's the bottom line.
We have to get.
So maybe we just show
into
up.
his office or his house.
I don't know what we're gonna get out of his house. That's the problem. Like, is he? Maybe he's got stuff in his
here's
house.
The thing. Yeah, I don't think he's whatever funny business he's up to. I don't think he would do it at the station.
All right. Well,
That's
all right. Well, maybe we get into his house.
That's
All right. Let's go
that's
break
what I
into his
suggested
house.
at first, but
hey. Oh no, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Forgot I was gonna say anything.
okay.
Let's go kidnap his wife and steal into the house.
Make her see hell.
Right. We got the ultimate weapon here.
Now touch the
Truly
Ouija board.
awful.
Touch it.
Truly terrible. This is just for a ghost thing. It's
Say
okay.
the
It's
name,
fake. It's
Antoine.
fake.
Touch the Ouija board.
Touch it.
Don't worry. It's all CGI. Just don't worry.
Just the agony of 1,000 cuts. It's not real.
All right. Well,
Did we already hang up with Detective Moore? I'm sorry.
let's see if
I was distracted by the agony of 1,000 cuts.
let's try to figure out the schedule. See if we can get the chief out of the house. You said he works a 9 to 5, so that's easy.
Yeah.
Then we have to figure out when his wife is gonna either be there or not be there. And I don't know if we want to. Maybe we can like throw some ruse up on her and see if we can like get into the house, and then one of you go, snooping around while the other two of us are talking to his wife about, her rice and bean casserole or whatever.
Something. Just. Yeah.
Always an option.
So here's the problem. Joel's not stealthy. He can talk his way out of situations, but he's not stealthy.
I mean, I have a fair amount. I mean, my service helped me with that, but I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Is there anything I can pull up on him, like about his like social media presence, or just like anything? Who does he get to do his campaigning websites? Or no, you said it was at a appointed office.
Yeah, he's appointed
for this county.
He just had a recently made Facebook that didn't have much information, or not like a recently made Facebook, but it's like he set it up, but then didn't do anything with it.
Does his wife do Facebook?
Ooh, no, she's 60.
Kids?
Their kids might be on Facebook, but they're using private profiles.
They're out of the house. Yeah.
Oh, they're young enough to know how to privatize most of their information and shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah, we have to go to the house, guys.
let's just go to the house. We got to do something.
Let's just start with a stakeout. Just a simple go there
just
and
do a
just
stakeout, and then we'll figure it out, and then maybe we just take the house by force one day.
like storming Normandy.
Go ahead. Let's. You guys know where the chief's house is. It's not that hard to find. And if you don't, then
The one that says
just text
Chiefs
you.
on it.
Yeah, he's actually in my mind, this guy does look like Andy Reid, so it makes sense.
I was picturing him as Andy Reid too. That's
There you go. And go ahead and as you're staking out the house, just go ahead and give me like a search roll. See what you can see.
Did a search roll.
74 over 53 for me. Fail.
Yeah, I don't have
All right, Joel.
You're our only hope,
60
Joe.
luck to spend.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I mean, as you were all looking there, Joel is like, yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's home at all. We should go in right now. But Marcy and Cyril are kind of like, I don't know, like they have a garage. They might just be parked in the garage. You can't tell if someone's there right now. It's kind of a mystery. I would say just like with your basics, because you have searches over 50. What you do notice is, it's a quiet road. It doesn't look like there's not a lot of people home. So probably not like a lot of retirees here. Or if they are retirees, then I cannot say that word. Retirees? Retirees?
Yeah, you said it right.
Retired.
Okay. However you want to say it. People who don't work no more, they if they are, then they are out of the house right now. It's very quiet.
Okay.
It's not like a young family area.
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Do we just go knock on the door?
Is there a trash can outside?
Let's see. It's Monday. I'm going to.
Do you have the
give
trash
it
schedule
one-
for
I'll
Carrefour?
tell you what. I'll give it a 2 in 7 chance that it is trash day. So if either of these come up with a 7, then it's trash day, right? That's how that would work. No.
Is it?
If you roll a
You could just
D7,
roll a
one, like a
1d7, yeah, or a 1d14.
we have fake dice right in front of us.
Or 1d10. 1d10 because they wouldn't pick up on the weekend.
Check this out, guys. I'm going to roll 1d1.
Oh, that is true. Yes.
My
Saturdays
God.
and Sundays.
Okay.
So it would be Friday.
Yeah. So trash day would be Friday. Sorry. So no trash out today.
Just made it significantly harder. Okay.
All right. Let's just go. I don't want to just sit here stagnant for hours on end, staring at an empty, a possibly empty house, right? We need to make a move here. Because the clock is ticking on a lot of this stuff. So I think we just need to go up there and either try to schmooze her over in some way, and then have someone else go look around, or trouble themselves for some water, bathroom, and then go snooping about. And if they're not home, then we just B&E this bitch and we go.
I feel like breaking into his house is going to be genuinely one of the worst things we could do. But I can't stop y'all, but I will keep watch.
Well, then let's...
I just had a Jimmy Neutron brain blast right now. Okay.
Full of brain blast.
I know. This is stupid enough for me specifically to make up. What if we show up with our equipment? Hey, how you doing, Mrs. Police Chief? We're doing a thing for the mayor. He's asked us to, as a way to kind of make Carrefour look as appealing as possible. We are doing a small little around the city ghost tour, and we have nothing's actually going to show up, but just give us 30 minutes. We're going to do a quick, little investigation as a way to kind of drum up more tourism to the town.
Hold the phone. You're totally fucking on the money with that shit. We got our bread and butter faking ghosts. We can just fake hey, we were driving around and our equipment started going off around your house. Is there any way we can go in and get a look right now? There are ghosts active in your home right now.
I love this. Let's do
it. Something to that degree, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yep, let's just make this shit up as we go here.
Yeah, so
I'm not trying to shit all over Tyler's plan, but
no. Should we role play? Should we role play a little bit?
Let's role play a little bit.
Let's role play. All right, so
guys, let's
Joel
role play.
Sits there. He looks up in the rearview mirror of the Cyclone, and he realizes he looks like hot shit. And so he slaps himself a few times, and he digs deep into one of the bags and pulls out a little, a half-drink nip of whiskey and just goes, fuck it, and just downs it, throws it into the back of the Cyclone, and it's just like, all right, I'm ready.
All right.
Let's do it.
Y'all approach.
Let's get all the equipment out. I mean, get all the fancy, spirit boxes and all that stuff too.
So before we do that, which one are we going with? We are here to fake ghosts to make her think her house is haunted to get her to leave? Or are we here to say, hey, we're doing something for the mayor? I think the first one is easier to fake. She can easily be like, oh, hey, my husband works there, so maybe I should ask the mayor. I think Noah's idea is better. Is what I'm trying to say.
I feel like, yeah, we are going around and asking other homes if we could. We just had our equipment on, driving around, just checking to make sure that there are any other ghosts in Carrefour. And your house pinged on our equipment.
Yeah.
You need to get out as fast as you can.
Let's do it. Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Hey, I got a question. Do you turn on any of this equipment?
Oh, fuck.
Fuck you. Touch
any of this equipment with your
to do the show, we have to.
I think she's testing it to see if she can start trying to rig it to turn it on. Yeah, what's going on, Dan?
Well, it's just normally the way these things work is you turn it on and there's not much there, and there's still not a ton there, but it's just it's almost like there's this weird background noise going on. And all of them, right? They're all just a little bit active. None of them are spiked, you know, like it's happening right now, but it's like it would be like the equivalent would be like you thought you turned the radio off. Do you remember when radios you had to turn the knob all the way down and then it would like switch off? You know, it had like a hard click over that you kind of had to do, but if you left it before it clicked over, it would just be playing at the lowest volume, and so sometimes you would just think that you turned it off, but you could kind of hear it, and it would drive you nuts because you'd be like, I turned it off, and then you'd be like, oh no, it's still on. It's like that.
Why do I still hear Van Halen's Jump?
Yeah.
Hey, what is that?
Might as well jump.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, with that, if Joel gets closer to the devices, do they continue to spike? Do they get
It's just like
crazier?
a latent background noise that doesn't seem to change.
That was I wanted to make sure it wasn't me setting him off, basically.
Okay. Marcy's just kind of like, we need to see if we can triangulate whatever's going on here. If it's just like latently all Carrefour, just do a quick 10-minute drive. Just do a quick 10-minute drive. See if it gets less or good.
What if we just get closer to it first, to the house?
Okay,
Let's do that later. I mean,
yeah. Marcy immediately tensed up, like, oh no.
All right. Yeah.
okay, Joel, you want to do the talking, or do you want me to do the talking?
I'll do the lead. You back me up. We'll
Sounds
just like the show.
All right. I'll have my video camera going, and yeah.
All right. You head up to the doorstep. You know, it's relatively. It's probably a 20 or 30-year-old house that you're looking at here. Single story, but nice and wide. You know, it's got like a 2.5 car garage and pretty like big windows on the front. The door looks like freshly painted. And as you knock, you know, a few seconds later, you hear some noise, and you see a eye poked up against the peephole, and then opening up, you see the police chief's wife, and I know I have the chief's name somewhere. Hang on. Oh, how do I search? Oh, there we go. I was like, how do I search all my notes?
Harold
Police Chief Anderson. So his wife is. I was gonna say Gretchen. Do we already have a Gretchen?
We have a Gretchen Guidry.
Okay, yeah. I just, apparently I just like to name
Carol.
wives of people. Carol is great. We don't have a Carol.
Yeah, that's a good boomer
That's my
name.
grandma's name.
Yeah, Carol Anderson. Police Chief Anderson, wife Carol Anderson, and she's dressed up in kind of like a. Like jogging outfit, like it's Adidas track pants with the matching Adidas top and like a visor. It looks like she was just about to head out for like a nice afternoon walk, because we're probably into the afternoon post lunch type of thing here. Maybe even getting to like 3 or 4 p.m. And she answers the door and she says, well, hey, how's it going? Y'all are the Phantom Phinders, right? I recognize you.
Yes, we are.
I think yeah, Cyril, I've seen you I know you from church.
Yes. Hi, Carol. How are you this afternoon?
Oh, doing just lovely. What brings you around this part, Carrefour?
So as you know, we were at the mayor's manor, and we did a little investigation. I'm sure you've seen the news and saw our faces up on it a couple of times here and there, and even maybe the footage.
Very exciting. Yeah, that's wonderful.
We had another little investigation come up, actually just a few blocks up the road, and he kind of points over vaguely where the McNeil house was.
Yeah.
His name was Neil. The kids. Either way.
Yeah.
Either way. He says, we think that there's more than just what's going on. What was going on at Florazon Manor, and as you can see, Joel will motion to Marcy to flip the detector around. We're picking up spikes all up and down this road, and it's kind of pointing closer to your house. And we just wanted to come in and see if we can take a look around, make sure everything's kosher. Or,
well, it's funny. I always said that this house was a little bit haunted. I had a great grandfather who used to be a ship Captain. Come on in. Actually, come on in. Can I share my story with you?
Yeah, I think we'd love to hear it.
Oh yeah, please do.
Yeah, sure. And let me you need anything to drink or anything like that?
Fuck me.
I would
She's
kill for
never
a glass
leaving.
of sweet tea. You got sweet tea here?
Of course, I've got sweet tea.
I'd kill for a
Two,
glass of
please.
that.
Sweet tea. Marcy, can I get you a sweet tea?
Sure.
Okay. And she goes and grabs some sweet teas and then sets them out. She's got, it's a nice living room layout. Coffee table with a couch and love seat, and then like a single seat that are all around it, and the TV mounted way too high above the fireplace. She sits down on the single seat and allows you to take the other seats. I don't know if did you bring camera equipment or just your
Yeah, I
ghost
did.
hunting stuff?
We totally
Okay.
did.
Yeah. Then she's like, well, hang on, let me Gus up a little bit, and she sits up and sets down her sweet tea. She says, "Now, my great grandfather, he was a captain. His name was Elias Grimshaw, and he was kind of big and careful, but he mostly spent his time out on the sea. He did some, various moving things around, shipping, and just being a ship's captain back when that was a job that you could do. Spent a lot of time out of New Orleans, obviously, and then would come back to Carrefour from time to time, and even briefly served as mayor. Unelected. It just so happened to be his position on the council at the time when one of the other mayors had passed away or stepped down. There's some disagreement about exactly what happened. But anyway, the point being that the great-grandfather, after he passed away, there were always reports in the family of him coming to visit people, and I swear I've noticed things in this house, just occasionally doors closing or things falling off mantles, that sort of thing, and I always just attributed that to great-grandpa Grimshaw. But so your equipment was going off. Did you need to look around the house? I'd love to see how this works.
Yeah, absolutely. And Joel will motion for Marcy, since she probably has the device still in her hands. I assume, Marcy.
Absolutely. Marcy
Okay.
will get up and follow Joel's lead on this one.
Now, there's a couple of devices, and unfortunately, just from the nature of them, we have to run them, one or two at a time if you include the cameras. They kind of get in each other's way. But we're going to start with just simple... what am I thinking? I want to say EMF. Thank you. EMF reading. Just detects, electric anomalies all around the place. A lot of ghosts use that kind of energy to pull in order to be able to manifest or move things around, talk to people, things like that, and then we'll work our way around. That definitely seems to be the big thing we're noticing all around town.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
And he'll kind of explain it to her as Marcy is doing the sweeps, just trying to get her as relaxed as possible and as interested in him and Marcy as possible, so that Cyril can maybe take a little scooch around in the meantime.
Yeah, so as you're kind of distracting her, she says, now, the stories go either that he died while he was at sea, or maybe he died when he was in Carrefour. No one can quite agree. And honestly, it wasn't that long ago. You'd think they'd have better records, but this is just one of those things that I've never quite been able to pin down as much as I've tried to. In fact, he's got a headstone over at the Carrefour Cemetery, and so every once in a while I'll go and check on him, see how he's doing, if we haven't had any events in the house. And she's pointing out, she's like, oh yes, this mantle, things will fall off this all the time. I've put up pictures there, and every once in a while a picture will be dropped off from there. And I've checked, it's perfectly level. There's no reason that they should be doing that.
Carol, does Chief Anderson, does he have a study here? Because sometimes ghosts get attracted to things that are very old, and I know that here in Carrefour, people usually keep that kind of stuff in their study. Does he have a study here, someplace where he does his business around the house?
Yes. Let me show you where that is. And she walks you out to the one of the front corners of the house, behind one of the big windows. There's another office that is very well kept up. This is very fastidious.
Mhm.
He doesn't have like a computer or anything. It's just like a desk and then a handful of bookshelves. And she says, "Yeah, this is his office. He does some of his various paperwork here.
Mhm.
He doesn't often bring stuff home from the job,
Sure,
but when
sure.
he does, this is where he conducts."
But does he have any like old relics in here or anything that a ghost might attach himself to? Or is anything stored in here that you might have put in here?
Well, she points up to like a shelf on the wall. She's like, he does have some of his various awards and medals from
Mhm,
his
mhm.
career. He's got various relics of his hobbies, and you see that he's tied a bunch of flies for like fly fishing,
Sure.
and he's got like a bunch of those sort of displayed in a big glass display case that's mounted to the wall.
All right. Well, I thought that maybe there'd be something in here, and
What were you looking for?
well, just sometimes people keep old things in their office. That's just that's what my pappy did. Just
How
my-
old? How Mark, help me out here. How old are you talking? What do you?
I'm talking like old, like hundreds of years old,
like a family heirloom.
like a family heirloom, something that's
Give
been
me-
passed down through the family.
Go ahead and give me like a luck check.
Okay. I'm really doing this just to find out where the office is. Success.
Okay, yeah, she's like, well, he does have up there. That's his. It's a family heirloom that is an old clock. It's a very old clock. It's a 140-year-old wall-mounted clock that still works. It's every it's a cuckoo clock actually.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's a 140-year-old cuckoo clock from his family. Do you know
Cyril
Anderson-
will go up to it and like investigate it and put on a show, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she gives a little bit of detail about this was actually one of the earliest, but not earliest, but it was one of the first like Swiss-made cuckoo clocks that they brought over to America, and you don't know if that's real or not, but she's talking about it like it's a family legend type of thing, and she's like, it's very, very rare, very valuable.
Oh, I can only imagine. That's some incredible craftsmanship.
While they're turned around looking at the clock, can I quickly look over the papers without touching them?
Absolutely.
Like
And
anything?
it's
Okay.
well organized enough that you can kind of notice right away that there's like a pretty standard filing system. That he's got some personal stuff. He's got some more like police chief stuff, and then he's got like a bunch of family finance stuff. But go ahead and give me like an accounting or give me an accounting or just like a search.
Okay. Here's my accountant. 49 under 50.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay,
my God.
so as you're quickly skimming through, as she's detailing the history of this cuckoo clock, what you pick up like right away is that the police chief, I think you're sort of keyed into anything with Riverbend, right? Anything with New Orleans, anything with Leathertop, and anything where any of those sort of connections. And what you notice right away is that it does look like the police chief was regularly, like, you have got like tickets that he had been to the Riverbend Blues Lounge, that like he had paid for various shows and performances. But you don't know that he paid for it, but you have evidence that like he has tickets for various acts and shows. So it looks like he had been going there. And in fact, a quick look, he's been going there for a little while, probably like a year or so, and it seems like consistently, like you find over the past year, he's probably been there maybe every other week, every other weekend he's out there. And you notice with your success, final thing that I'm going to give to you is that you notice that he had recently purchased a car, kind of a nicer, newer car, like looks like an old man, nice car, like a Lexus,
Lincoln, maybe
Lincoln, yeah, like
a Caddy.
Yes.
Oh yes, a Cadillac, the CTSV.
Yeah. I was gonna say the things I always thought looked so cool back in like 2005.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got it's a
Angular.
brand new Cadillac CTSV that he paid $1 for.
Oh fuck!
What?
This son of a bitch.
How do I
Wait,
get
from
that?
let me guess, a leather top LLC.
Looks like it's New Orleans Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram somehow ordered a Cadillac in there.
Got it on
That
trade.
was
Sorry.
They got it on trade. It's used.
On
It's
trade,
used.
yep.
Yep.
And yes, no,
fuck.
New Orleans Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram was what had previously been leather top.
Yep. That I was about to say. Yep.
I have two questions real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
One, while we were kind of going over the house originally before we came in here, did the device that Marcy and Joel used to distract her, like, was that picking anything up other than the background shit?
Oh,
Or
you
was
know
it
what?
just
That's
like-
good. That's a good question. Everybody make an unnatural roll. You all have like a little unnatural skill, right?
Natural roll. I mean, it ain't a lot, but it's there.
Yeah, but you never know. You never know. Okay, everyone.
Damn
so make
it.
sure you check that too.
68.
Yeah,
Unnatural
so-
is
68.
oh,
We can't.
so
We
close.
can't check
Yeah,
on
you-
natural, by the way.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
We'll just.
I'm
going
going
to
to spend 87 luck.
You good like that?
You good with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, so
I
would say that you get the normal variation, like the spirit box will every once in a while like pick up like a ship, and then like you're like, oh, it said ship. It's like, or it said chip, or it said
Shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
a dozen other things, but you're like, oh, clearly that's the Captain Grimshaw talking directly to us.
Yeah, your great granddad's corpse, his spirit, is in this 20-year-old house.
Cyril will look back at Marcy and be like, do you need, like, give her, like, this look, like, do you need more time?
I don't think I need more time. I think she's going to like take out while the one device is going, she's going to pass it off to Joel to just hold on to it for a second, and she's going to quickly take out a camera, set it to mute, and then just take a few quick pictures.
Okay.
A few quick pics.
I like that.
Okay, that's fine.
Where did you say this cuckoo clock was from? And maybe at that time Cyril tries to take it off the wall.
Oh no! Please don't touch that! Please don't touch that!
um,
It is antique. It is collectible, and so we put in.
When's it going? Does you have it going off all the time?
Yeah, well, I was about to say that I was just rolling for time, and so it is 4 o'clock. That was the success, is whether or not it would be 4 or later. So it is 4 o'clock, and she's like, actually, it should be going off now. And you hear it tick over, and then it cuckoo, cuckoo, as cuckoo clocks do, and. She's like, yes. Oh, it's a great sound, isn't it?
Oh, that's amazing. I love the little spinning figurines that happen
Yeah.
as the cuckoo's coming out. That's impressive.
So intricate for how small it is.
I mean, that's impressive. I've never seen a cuckoo clock quite like it.
Well, thank you. That's
I definitely mounted over my book hole.
just got a ram book hole in there, huh?
Speaking
yeah.
of mounting,
One last callback.
We can't let people know that we record that 2 episodes in a night.
2 episodes in a row.
Any of our inside jokes are just going to go from like one to another episode.
Double
and
book
then we're
holes.
going to completely forget it the next time. But
I will never let the book hole die.
Book hole lives forever.
All right.
Book hole for life.
Okay, tell me
Uncle
what
Leave.
else you're doing. Tell me what else you're doing, because you have not picked up on anything specific, except there still remains that slight, let's call it like white noise of a signal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I guess the big thing is, okay. I guess I had one other question, real quick. Does the name Crimchaw mean anything to us? Like, is it like a Crimchaw is well known in Carrefour history?
As people, hey, you know what? Why don't we roll on it? Because
I do have
a
a
history
32 in history.
you history or the street smarts.
All right, I'll do history.
I'll do history.
Out of history.
Success.
Yes.
Yeah, so Grimshaw would be something that you're like, the name rings a bell. It might be something that just one of those things that get like picked up, and there might be like 1 or 2 things in the town named after him still.
When Marcy was doing any of the research early on about the Babineau bloodline, did anything regarding a Grimshaw come up?
Nothing specific, no.
Okay.
It's not impossible. You didn't come up with like a lot of business partners, right? I think you might suspect that he would have gone out to Florazon for some parties. It seemed to be like the right timing wise,
Okay.
sort of like
They may have crossed paths at one point.
This would have been post World War One, maybe right around World War One time. It may be like predated the Florazon Manor, but he might have rubbed elbows with some of those people.
So in order to try and find if the spikes are in the house, or the radiation, if you will, is in the house, Joel kind of just wants to go over the house as best he can with the EMF reader, and then also we have to have like a thermometer or something, right? Like, we've all watched the shows, they have both, and just wants to try and find where the EMF spikes the most, or wherever the temperature seems to plummet. And more specifically, while he's doing that, he wants to sweep the EMF over her just real quick, just like as he's like turning around, basically.
Okay. You don't notice anything anomalous over her, but as you are sweeping the house, finding sort of hot and cold spots, like the insulation is not great in the house, is what you notice. Just overall, houses in Louisiana maybe don't have the best builders. Yes, this is a personal attack to all of our home builders who live in Louisiana who listen to this podcast.
Yeah, fuck you.
Do a better job.
Do a better job, you assholes.
All right,
We
so
already made the
stamp
joke they
collectors,
built a bunk.
Stamp collectors and general contractors in Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yep.
There's another one I can't remember now.
I can't remember.
We've pissed off so
That's
many
how much.
people.
That's how much we don't like them.
Yeah.
Is we don't even remember
we don't
them.
even bother remembering.
People who refuse to get birthday cakes from McDonald's.
That's right.
Yeah. Well,
Which is a thing.
Yes, it is a thing. I will cede that.
Continuing.
Point, but
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
will never, ever get one. But the only, you get like a weird EMF spike right around the Wi-Fi box.
Oh, who'd have thought?
Like,
Shit.
Wi-Fi haunted.
But the only anomalous stuff that you pick up, the closest thing is in the office, but it's just like a slight elevation, and it is relatively near her, but it's like, it's that background, but it's maybe like just above that weird background.
So wait, it's around her, but it's in the office above. Like it's physically higher than her, or you're just saying it slightly spikes a little higher than her?
No. So I'm saying you've got the background. If the background noise is like a 1, right? When you're right around her, it's like a 1.5.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry. Okay.
But, so it's not strong, and it's not.
He'll step out into the hallway or whatever the connecting room is, basically. Hey Carol, can I have you just step out here real quick for me?
Oh, sure.
I noticed something. I want to see if it's the room or if it's you.
Sure.
And hopefully this gives maybe a little more time for Mercy and Cyril, but he will sweep the EMF and the spirit box kind of over her, see if it goes off around her still or if it is specifically inside of the office.
Yeah, as you sweep around her, just for like a moment, you swear you hear the spirit box, like the EMF again. It's just that 1 to 1.5 little bump, and as you sweep the spirit box, it's like you swear you hear Jeep. So like, well, was that?
God, that chills down my actual spine. Fuck. Okay, and he's like, well, it seems like you do got a bit of a guardian angel, if you will. Maybe your great granddad actually is around here. It seems, and he'll show her specifically. It's like it's very faint, but it's just a little bit. It's enough that it's there.
And as you say it's there, all of you hear a cabinet door slam. From the
Marcy jumps.
Yeah.
Marcy 100%
Yeah,
jumps.
everyone go ahead and make me a little sanity check with that. Nice. Okay. All right.
Success.
Okay, yeah.
All right, Joel, just take one.
Okay.
Maybe you just weren't quite expecting that guy.
Yeah.
He just like
He thinks it's a gunshot for a split second.
yeah. She's like, I'm telling you, that's your granddad Grimshaw. He's always doing stuff like that.
Is there a desk to like rummage through, or is everything just like neatly organized on top of the desk? Or is there like a cabinet?
if you try, so I mean, Marcy's been going through some of the files and stuff that are there. If you tried to like rummage through the desk, it is locked.
Oh, okay. I shoot it. Open it.
All right.
Bang, bang, bang. Oh, there's that damn Grimshaw again.
He made my gun
He made my gun misfire into this lock.
It's crazy.
He must want us to open
it.
Let me pull out this Ouija board here, quick.
Quick, hold on.
Say Antoine's name a lot. Think of hell.
Why would he write that?
Say, I'm in hell.
It burns. It hurts. They're in my eyes. The bees.
the service is not
Our
good.
superpower is just revealing that everybody in this town goes to hell.
We are, as we have said many times, we are the only explicitly Christian Delta Green podcast, and that is the.
I didn't realize we
goal
were
of
this kind of sect of Christian, though.
We were like
we are
Christian,
the Hell House Christian.
Oh God!
I don't know if you guys are familiar with the.
Oh no!
Oh boy!
They are amazing.
Okay.
They are the Christian haunted houses, and please go look up all of the YouTube documentaries.
Oh my
on
gosh.
Hell House. They are amazing.
I've
They
been
are
in
awful.
them. They're no fun.
Going on, Joel.
Can Joel immediately go to wherever that cabinet was? Like, was it in the office or was it somewhere else?
No, it's the kitchen. Yeah, you can go
Can
right
I
there.
immediately go to the kitchen?
Yeah.
Cool. He goes to the kitchen, and I just want to immediately sweep over it and just figure something out. Just do as many of the tools that we have to our disposal. And again, just trying to get Carol that little bit further away.
Yeah, as you are looking over, running the EMF, running the spirit box, it's just a little bit of just that little bit of a spike as you run the EMF over again, that 1 to like maybe 1.5, and as you run the spirit box over, you swear you hear like a little run.
Fucking
Did
Joel looks
Joel,
at
what do
her
you do?
for a second?
You get
Joel looks at her and is just like, we should leave, and bolts.
okay. As you bolt, you
he's
feel something like push against your back. As you head out. Do you run out the front door? What do you do?
Through a window.
That's the door he knows, so that's where he will go, and he will just be like, "We're leaving."
100%.
All right. Cyril and Marcy, do you follow suit?
Yeah, if Joel's saying we're dipping, Marcy's like, no further questions, Art.
Is she following?
Yeah, is she following?
No, she doesn't follow. She's like, she looks a little bit confused. I thought you were asking about Marcy for a second. No, she's like, what? Okay, no. All right, you can. All right, y'all have a good one.
Shit.
Is Cyril leaving? Marcy said that she was following Joel, right?
I guess I have to now. I thought
You don't have
maybe.
to.
Well, I was going to be
You
trying to
don't.
like maybe pick the lock.
Okay, but you always could try.
Marcy is gonna turn. Would Marcy have seen Cyril stay behind and like glancing at the lock?
Yeah, I think you were in there with him.
Yeah.
I would grant that.
Marcy's gonna ask Cyril, "Do you need time?"
Yes.
Fuck. She's going to run over to Carol and be like, "Ma'am, you need to exit this house right now."
Oh no!
If Joel says that there is something going on, I don't think that's Grandpa. If it's triggering our equipment like this and Joel says to dip, Joel's the person who's normally like, yeah, no, we need to stay and investigate. If Joel's running, I'm right behind him, and I think you should be too, ma'am.
Okay, Noah, I need you to make Marcy a dex check. As
Fuck.
Marcy feels something push hard against her.
6% under 60.
Nice. So with that 660, you feel something push, but you're able to sort of catch your footing as you are pushed backwards, just like maybe like 2 or 3 feet, as if someone has shoved you hard in the chest.
Marcy's going to look at Carol.
A little bit of panic starts to go across her face because she...
Run.
Okay, yeah, I can. I'll get right out of here.
And Marcy just dips out the front door as well and just looks back to.
Joel is looking in the window at Cyril, just like pantomiming, just like, fucking go, the lock, hurry, it's in there, like just freaking out, just like looking Cyril in the eye through the window.
And
we can see the ghost forming right behind him.
You see Cyril inside the window just pull out the organite and just shrug.
Fuck.
That's where we'll end for tonight. Thank you for joining us this week on City of Woe, Quartermasters of the Tabletop role-playing show. City of Woe is a Delta Green actual play. And by that I mean we're actually playing. This is a homebrew scenario that I am writing and our players are going through. Shout out to Arc Dream Publishing, who puts out and publishes Delta Green. They are awesome. They're awesome to work with as well. Check our show notes for some links to other Delta Green podcasts that exist. We encourage everyone to listen to all of these. Also, shout out to Pawns Are Kings for Cocytus. That's our theme song that's going on in the background right now. If you'd like to add an NPC to Carrefour and join this homebrew, just rate and review us on iTunes. Make sure you share us with your friends or family who might be interested, and then shoot us an email. When you do so, include a little description of the NPC, and we'll be happy to insert them into this world. It's, collaborative storytelling with not just my players, but also with our listeners. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Join us next week.
Demons on this hazy hill. Only my soul is left to kill. Can you lead me past the sickness and the bite? Do you see me? Icy faces with no smile. Where can I run? Where it cannot Please don't let me drown.
Hello and welcome back to Chaos
My
Brings
buckle.
Eternal.
Dan, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
I don't know what happened.
I thought we had
ADD.
gotten past that.
We did. I'm
That was a
sorry.
whole week
I'll
ago.
stop.